Good morning and welcome to IPC APEX 2019. We've got a packed show for you this week. There's so many new products and new tech coming out this week. It's quite incredible. We're going to be starting off by taking a look at some of the main contract manufacturers in the United States and talking to them about some of the tariffs and the problems with component shortages and seeing what the current landscape is. My first guest this morning is John Hansen from Computrol.
Hi, Trevor.
Nice to see you, John.
Nice to see you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're VP of Sales and Marketing at Computrol.
Correct.
Which was, I would say, a Tier 2 company, but you've recently made an acquisition. Can you tell us a little bit about that acquisition and how it's gone for you?
Yeah, a little less than 2 years ago, we purchased another contract manufacturer, Western Electronics.
Yep.
And that was a big purchase for us. They were close to the same size as we were, so it almost doubled our sales volume and our production output.
Right. So that's really kind of pushed you up almost into the Tier 1 space.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with that, being having that kind of capacity and trying to offer?
Well, logistically, you know, it was more of the same as far as the capacity went. Really, it was the culture that was the biggest challenge. We worked really hard to find a company that aligned with our culture, but there's always differences, and bringing people over and then getting everybody aligned, that's been a challenge, but it's been a fun challenge, and it's gone really well. And
did you bring over any systems? I mean, because a lot of companies, you have your own systems in-house for controlling your production scheduling.
Yeah. Mostly we used Computrol's existing systems. We use ABAS as a ERP system. We use Valor for our manufacturing execution system, and so we kept those systems in place and took some best practices that they had as far as their quality management system and things like that and rolled them in.
Okay. So I mean, as a manufacturer, I mean, you're looking here at this show at things like CFX and looking for to try and integrate that type of standard into your future practices?
Yeah, we're always looking for what's new. Over the last several years, we've spent a lot of money at this show buying new equipment and keeping our capabilities at the cutting edge, and that's really important to us so that our customers can come to us and get that you know, Tier 1 capability, but in someone who's more flexible and more willing to work with them, like a smaller company.
Right. So let's look at the tariff situation. I mean, are you seeing any signs of business actually coming back to you as a result of the tariffs that are in place?
We are seeing some changes. There's some business that maybe didn't make sense before, that the tariffs are bumping this direction, particularly in some manufacturing areas, metal areas, things like that. But really, the tariffs have just, they have been a challenge. Every customer wants to deal with them differently. Every vendor deals with them differently to us, and so we have to be really flexible.
Right. And sometimes you don't know you've had a tariff applied until after the event.
Yeah, oftentimes we get the tariff bill 2 weeks after we get the invoice for the product. So it's important that we have an open conversation with our customers first to help them understand the landscape, so that when those things come up, it's not a surprise.
Yeah. What about the other pain point at the moment in the industry is obviously component shortages. I believe that is starting to ease, but I mean, what do you have strategies in place on how you cope with that?
Well, we've really tried to partner with our customers and explain to them what's going on in the marketplace, be very clear about that, share all the market reports that we get, and then develop a strategy together. A lot of times that means putting together a long-term purchasing agreement, maybe 12, 18, 24 months, so that we can go out and schedule with our vendors out way into the future. And it's a lot easier to pull in when you have an order on the books 18 months out than it is to try to just start one from scratch. So we've really tried to negotiate with our customers and then our vendors to lengthen that demand window that we get.
Great. Okay. Yeah. So what's next for Computrol going forward?
Well, like I said, we've had a lot of work to do with this Western acquisition. That's winding down. We're focused now on organic growth. We're going out and just trying to add customers that match who we are and what we do. Right now, we're about a third military, a third medical, and a third commercial and industrial, and so that's kind of our three main silos that we go after customers in.
Excellent. And final question on the smart factory integration out there. Are you putting strategies in place to try and make your lines smarter and talking to each other?
Always. Valor's been a big help in that, actually, and helping us do the integration and automatic data pulling and things talking to each other. So they've been a big partner for that with us.
Okay, well, we wish you the best, John, and nice to catch up with you and see what's new at Computrol.
Thanks, Trevor. You too.